no. Oh dear. That was a... Oh, found it. Aha. All of you are... Okay. Hello. What? Okay, so the Castlevania music's really ruining this for me. Give me a sec. We have to set up the oh crud. Okay. Do the thing. Do the thing. No. Uno momento. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think there were a couple more back here. Let me get the hanger so I can free them. Okay, so I think that's all of them. this guy. I think this looks like a good spot for him. There, that looks pretty good. The beauty of these is that they're all poorly made. So I used to work at a place where we printed stuff, and they after a while they put me in a position of power where I was the one training all of the printer underlings, and so I got all of the newbies to print this specific picture. And so when we were teaching people how to mount, I would have them mount this terrible image of Syx onto things. And so, like, the beauty of all of these images is that all of them are things that you would not actually sell a customer. They're all, like, really poorly done. And I think that adds to the majesty. Holy shit! Hello? So, like, this one's laminated, but it's laminated really poorly. So it's not actually sticking, so it had to have tape on the sides of it. You see how, like, that's not stuck? So it's the laminator wasn't hot enough to stick. So it's actually just taped over it. He's beautiful. Look at him. And the lamination for this one's actually done right, but but when you're printing out a poster, you're supposed to have it on like a certain like thickness of paper so that the ink doesn't bleed. And this was like regular printer paper that you use for like a blueprint machine on a thick thing, so it's actually like the ear is bleeding, you can see it dripping, and that's why the quality looks so atrocious. They're all bad, and I love them all. This one is, he's just a mess. And that's special. Okay, there are more, but I think that's enough. Okay, yeah, so I'm not gonna set up all of them. I do have a couple more posters that are in my closet, but I can't be asked to dig them up. The Syx shrine is complete. Okay. So, before we begin, I do want I want to begin by stating that this stream is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I know I've done like woo, there we go. Workout streams where I've done like a push-up every time I die. That's not what's going to happen today. Today I'm going to do a pain stream where every time I die, instead of doing a push-up or like hurting myself in that way, that's not actually a good enough motivator because I like working out. That's not doing it for me anymore. Oh no, one of them fell. Today I'm truly going to suffer. So, every time I get a game over in this game of Castlevania, I will stop and open up a fanfic that I wrote in middle or early high school, and I will read it aloud. 500, at least 500 words I will read every time I get a game over in this game. And that will be my punishment. I don't know what's happening over here, but it's wrong. Sorry. Okay, so, I have some stuff pulled up. It's gonna be spicy. It's gonna be a mess. But yeah, let's begin. And once again, my goal is to play every single Castlevania game before Halloween. Is this doable? Probably not. I'll come up with like some type of penalty for myself if I don't actually manage to finish it. But for now, I'm still in the mindset that yeah, I can totally do it. Reading is worse than physical pain. Yeah, exactly. So, you don't need to debase yourself like that. Au contraire, my friend. I'm going to do it. This is the only way to motivate me to get better, is to punish me for getting worse. So, without further ado, we begin. Let's delve back into the hellscape. I don't know who Kevin is, but he's there at the bottom of the screen, so I don't know. I just think it's funny that Kevin's there, getting his butt kicked. Okay, so I am in the cathedral area. These bloody swords are trying to fight me, but I can handle it. Okay, that... Ah. I have decided that I'm going to suffer. That is the only way for me to learn. Through suffering. You know what they say? Hard times build good men. Good times build something other men. It's the only way. See? Push-ups are no longer a punishment for me. So I've grown too powerful. Anywho, back to the castle. I really like these stained glass windows. They're pretty. that's some fashy stuff, like fascist. I don't know. I've just seen the memes on Twitter, and I always have a good giggle whenever I see them. Look, I put the little thing on my stream, so I can't back out now. It's there for everyone to see. I'm dedicated to my suffering. Oh God, not another one of these guys. No, no, no. We're not doing that today. It plays into their worldview. That what, men need to go to war and that's the only way for them to become better people or something. I too believe all men should go to war. It's the only way. How else are they supposed to learn that this world is a terrible place than fighting in the worst of the worst? You need a hard man to whip us soft boys into shape. You know, that's something that sounds like some of that sounds a little like, I don't know how else to put this, but gay and kinky. Hard times build good men, good times build something other men, evilicious. Please don't quote me. Don't quote me. Don't quote me misquoting something else. No, shit. Okay, I've been too distracted. Shit, damn it, no, stop. It begins. Alright, well, I have pulled up some things that are posted on fanfiction.net in my youth. So, we're gonna start out with Duck Butt's greatest hits. I don't remember writing this, so it's definitely gonna be something good. Give me a second to mentally. I didn't expect to die that quickly. Okay, so, this wasn't supposed to happen like this, but, this is Naruto fanfiction written August 31st, 2010. Duck Butts, Greatest Hits by Mistress Sip. The mission, become the best pop band in the world to raise money for Madara's campaign for Hokage. Can Duck Butts pull it off, or will they just be a one-hit wonder? Hey yo, it is I, Mistress Sith, and guess what? I'm back, ... from the dead. Nah, just kidding. I just wrote another fanfiction after all this time. Sorry, I deleted some of my other pieces. Was being stubborn and made me erase them because they're not real stories or whatever. Anyway, I'm done blabbering. Let's get to the story. No, I do not own Naruto. It is and always will be property of Masashi Kishimoto. I'm trying to brace myself. Like, I pulled this up this morning, but I didn't actually skim through it, so I'll be real. I'm going into this almost as blind as you guys are. I just know I wrote this. I don't know what I wrote in it. Chapter 1, A New Mission. Sasuke. Madara Uchiha took a deep breath and looked at his young protege. Now that you understand my reasons, what will you do? Will you do as Itachi wished and return to Konoha? Or shall you follow the destiny of the Uchiha, your destiny? our destiny as an Avenger. I'm trying really hard not to cringe. The room was dark and shadowy, for the only light came from a small candle on the long table. At one end sat Sasuke Uchiha, his pale skin and dark hair making him look almost dead in the current lighting. Madara sat on top of the table, a strange position for one who was well over 90 and seemed so old-fashioned. They had electricity. There was no reason for Madara to bring out the candles in the first place. Though his face was covered in an odd orange mask. It was oh yeah, this is before the whole reveal, yeah, okay. It was obvious that the elder was staring at Sasuke curiously. Sasuke spoke, hardly moving his lips. I will do what I was destined to do. Okay. Madara clapped his hands together. He hopped off the table swiftly and landed with a small plop. I'll give you a moment to rest. Please return here in an hour if you still desire vengeance for the clan and Itachi. Just as he was about to reach the door, Sasuke said something extremely surprising. That isn't my destiny. The words came slowly out of his mouth. It isn't the Uchiha's fate either. Why am I doing this to myself? I'm sorry, oh god. My neighbors let their dogs. Shit. Why did I, well, this is by far the worst punishment I've ever come up with for myself. This is a terrible idea. That isn't my destiny. The words came slowly out of his mouth. It isn't the Uchiha's fate either. Madara turned around. What do you mean? For the first time, he actually sounded shocked. Well, I thought about what you told me about the whole thing with the Senju clan, and I came to a conclusion. Sasuke's voice was expressionless as ever. That being? If you had just done something snazzy, you could have become the first Hokage instead of that Hashirama guy, continued Sasuke, folding his arms. Then we wouldn't be in this whole situation in the first place. What are you getting at, Sasuke? Madara walked over to the table and got back into his position of sitting on it. What if you became the next Hokage? Then all of our troubles would be gone. Ha ha! Madara hit the table with his fists. That is the funniest thing I have ever heard. How do you suppose I go about becoming Hokage? I'm the worst of Konoha's traitors, remember? And everyone knows this, he pointed to the mask, is a member of Akatsuki. Yes, Sasuke nodded, but I have an idea. Oh, I think this is supposed to be a line break or something. I'm just gonna I don't know, was that 100 words or not? Or 500 words or not? Is this a good stopping point? I think it's a good stopping point. I can't suffer through this. I can't do this anymore. So, I guess if and when I die again, we'll get to know what happens in Duck Butt's greatest hits. Anywho, back to our regularly scheduled Castlevania playthrough. No, don't praise the writing of my 13-year-old self. It's not good. It's not good. And unfortunately, based on the tags or whatever, the descriptions alone, I'm 90% sure this particular fanfic is the least bad of all of the ones that I unearthed. It only goes downhill from here. It only goes downhill from here. Okay. No joke, fastest propaganda can get very homoerotic. Probably, that sounds about right. There comes a point where all of this, like, pro-men stuff just sounds gay. Like, it just sounds like dudes who aren't into women trying really, really hard to front. Like, there comes a point where you're so closeted that everybody else can tell but you, and it's not even funny, it's sad. And everybody in the manosphere, to an outsider like myself, it's some of the gayest rhetoric I've ever heard, especially coming from a bunch of self-proclaimed homophobes. Wacky how that just happens. Oh. Wait. I can beat up this sword. I can beat up the sword. I can fight the sword. Okay, it's time again. The best way to put it is the far right is heterosexual but homo-romantic. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Um, I guess now it's time to begin more reading. Whoopie wah, yay. What could possibly go wrong? I don't. Uh. Yes, Sasuke nodded, but I have an idea. Corinne, Sugetsu, and Jugo followed Kasame to the Akatsuki meeting area. All the while they were walking, silent, each lost in his own thoughts. Finally, the guide stopped. Here we are! Kasame opened a hidden door on the left with a blue hand. He smiled. Welcome to Akatsuki. Corinne was the first to walk into the room, followed by the other three. Sugetsu took a look around the dark walls and dirt and immediately commented, Who'd want to have a meeting here? It looks like a wine cellar and smells like someone's dying. Sasuke and Madara were already in the room, sitting in the same spots they were in earlier. After seeing a nod from his elder, Sasuke called to the others. Corinne, Sugetsu, Jugo, come here. His subordinates obeyed quietly and awaited their leader's next order. From this point forward, things are going to change, Madara started. For one, Team Hebe will be renamed Taka and ally itself with Akatsuki. Great, Sugetsu mumbled, just to be elbowed by Corinne. Secondly, Madara continued, ignoring the two, we have a new mission. Instead of hunting for the tailed beast, Akatsuki will make it its primary goal to become the most popular pop band that the world has seen yet, thus giving us the money we need to fulfill our other, more important goal. I shall run for the title of Hokage, and once I rule Konoha, we will use our power to stomp out the other smaller nations and make them one with Konoha. If there are no countries, there is no war. Now that you understand our goals, Sasuke turned to his trio. We need to start writing music for the band. Let's go. Question. Sugetsu raised his hand and jumped up and down. Yes, Madara said, his voice sounding unamused. If we're gonna be pop stars, aren't we gonna get a bunch of fangirls? How do we keep them out? I already get fangirls, Sasuke replied, motioning for the others to leave. I know entirely too well how to deal with them. What's the band's name? Can I name it? Sugetsu asked. Sugetsu! Corinne stomped on his foot. Shut up! Quit annoying Sasuke! The band is called, Sasuke thought for a second, Duck Butts. Ew! Karen and Sugetsu said at the same time, finally agreeing on something. I kinda like it, Jugo said thoughtfully. They continued down the hall, trying to come up with an idea for their first song. Yeah, this is the mildest fan fiction I was able to unearth, and it is about a boy band. Because of course it is. Because of course. Would you have expected anything else from my depraved middle school mind? Anyhow, I'm just gonna, oh shoot. Not die. That's the goal right now, to not die. Okay, you know what? Your stupid bloody sword. I have had enough of being attacked, being bullied, being torn asunder for your... Oh, shoot. Okay, so I think if I... I'm back at... Okay, so but at least the guy's dead, so now I don't have to worry about fighting him again. Let me see if I have any potions. Okay, I do have some potions. Okay, how do I know that I have these DSS things, right? How do I change them? Not what I wanted. I guess we'll never know how to change the DSS things because, onwards. Alright. So this is where I died before. It's not gonna happen again. I know this guy's here. Okay, these swords... I know they look cool. I know I praise them, but I'm done with them. Shoot. Yeah, get axed. Get axed. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how I... No, I won't die. I won't let this game kill me. You know what? No, no, I've had enough. I'm gonna go, Wait, I have potions. Items. Use. Potion. Potion. Yes. Fabulous. What is happening to me? Why am I green? Why am I green? Why can't I use my whip? I'm green and I can't use my whip. This is redunculous. It's not letting, what is happening? Am I, status good? Why can't I, okay, there's my whip. No. No. Get out of here, you filthy gills. Maybe the cathedral was a mistake. You know what? I'm gonna play it safe because I do not want to embarrass myself anymore. We're gonna just leave. That's definitely the way that this game was intended to be played. Hit. Why my whip hitbox is not large enough. I can't deal with this. No, stop. They're ganging up on me. It's not cool. Okay. If you got something to say to me, Mr. Magic Sword, say it to my face. Stop hitting me like this. That's what I thought. Oh, cool, I found something. Yay! Okay, you know what? No. Shit. No, stop. Ah. What if I just don't? I'm gonna go back to the save room and I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna play it safe. Okay, so we're gonna save here. And apparently there's a whole hallway that is unexplored downstairs. That's where I'm going. That hallway, that seems where it's at. That's where I'm about to be. Okay, so back down we go. Yes, this is where I belong. Right here. None of those swords, nothing flying at me. This is true bliss. Well, dang it. Well, that sucked. It looks like I'm not supposed to go here after- Oh, but wait, there's a place all the way downstairs. That's where I'm gonna be. That is the place for me. Down the stairs. Yes, yes. That seems like very safe terrain, very blissful and peaceful. A good place for Nathan Graves to just chill for a bit. You know, we haven't run into a merchant yet. What are we, like, 44% of the way through the castle. Where's the merchant? I think he's gonna be down the... Oh, shit. Okay. Just get this over with. I have nothing on my Halloween watch list yet. My only goal so far is to finish every single Castlevania game, but I digress. Back to punishment. They continued down the hall, trying to come up with an idea for their first song. Chapter 2, The Music. Here I am with Chapter 2. This one was really fun to write. Please do not oh no! Ugh. Shit. I'm sorry. I wrote lyrics. I don't want to sing. Jesus Christ. Okay. Here I am with Chapter 2. This one was really fun to write. Please do not steal any of the lyrics I wrote. It took me a long time to write them, and I probably will record them someday. Thanks and enjoy. Oh yeah, this was back in my era when I thought that I could start a band. And my band would be like my idols, the Leech Street Boys, and we would sing weeb anthems like She's Too Kawaii, or She's So Kawaii. Yes, yes, truly. Thanks and enjoy. If you like this story, tell me what you think. Please comment. It helps a lot. How? How does people commenting and encouraging this BS help anyone? Chapter 2, The Music. For the next 2 weeks, the newly founded duck butts... I'm sorry, I just looked at the lyrics. Ugh. Give me a second to recover. Okay. For the next 2 weeks, the newly founded Duckbutt spends every waking hour attempting to write catchy tunes and lyrics. Now the four sat in one of the empty rooms in the Akatsuki headquarters. Hey, Sasuke! Corinne blushed like she did every time she looked at Sasuke. His skin was just so pale and perfect, his eyes cool and his muscular body hot. But what she liked the most about him was his chakra. Yes, Sasuke had a really interesting, powerful chakra. And Corinne just loved being around him. I think I've got a good tune and lyrics. Sasuke stopped writing and looked up. This made Corinne blush even more. Let's hear it, Corinne. Corinne looked into Sasuke's eyes and was lost. Those beautiful eyes that could do so much harm. Corinne! Sugetsu woke her up impatiently. What is it? Oh, right, she muttered, slightly embarrassed. Here it goes. I'm not gonna sing. I'm just gonna, like, say it like I'm reciting poetry. Oh, right, she muttered, slightly embarrassed. Here it goes. Do you want to come with me and shake it till we get naughty? Take me to your pad. I promise not to be bad. All I want is something rough. And you're just right, hot stuff. Just take me to your room and lock the... I think that's enough, Sasuke interrupted. Corinne looked up from her paper to see Sugetsu had a shocked, frightened expression. Jugo appeared to be fighting his killing instinct, and Sasuke looked almost disgusted, if that was even possible. I'm sorry. Corinne tried not to burst into tears. Her voice cracked. I didn't mean to. Sure you didn't, Sugetsu muttered, finally coming out of his scared state. We all know that's what you really feel like doing. Okay, now they're king-shaming. Leave this poor girl alone. second. Okay, I'm ready. He stopped as he felt Corinne's boot smash against his face. Enough! Sasuke glared at the two evilly, which was enough for Sugetsu to stop complaining. I also wrote a song. He began singing. His companions were impressed at the tone of his voice. It made his song sound like a lullaby, despite the words. Jesus fucking Christ. You know, this is the only part of the song the story I actually remember writing, to the point where I kind of remember the tune. See, I thought this. See, back in middle school, I thought this song was it. I thought it'd be a chart topper. It'd be like the next, I don't know, what's a good band that people like. I'd be the next Rihanna with this hit. I'd be the next Shania Twain, if you know what I'm saying. Um, what is this? I didn't realize that the first one would involve a song. Uh, um, should I stop there, or should I read the disgusting song? You know what? No, I think that warrants more death. So we're gonna go back here, and uh, I'm not gonna suffer through this. I gotta get my bearings. I will try not to die, but when I inevitably do, I will have hopefully the mental fortitude to get through this entire god awful song I wrote in middle school about Sasuke Uchiha without dying of cringe. Until then, let's continue and play a little bit more Castlevania. Okay, so what I gotta do is fight these sword guys before they gang up on me. If they gang up on me, I'm dead. But if I can get them before they gang up on me, I will not die. That is the correct way to play this game. They are trying to gang up on me, but I will not let them. Okay, so I think I had the right idea before when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back downstairs. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back downstairs. If you think that fanfic was spicy, that wasn't even one of the ones where I attempted to write erotica. So, this is unironically turning into one of the wilder streams that I've watched in a while. I'll take that as a compliment. I didn't expect to die this frequently. So I was like, yeah, this will be a funny little challenge, leaving off of yesterday when I outed myself as a as a fan fiction author. But I didn't realize, like, I've revisited the one that's like the really trashy one from middle school, but I haven't revisited any of these other ones. Oh crap, I've already been here. No. No. This is not okay. Uh. So, I do have, why I did this to myself, I don't know, but there is a tier list of trashy fan fiction I wrote in middle school. So the more I die, the worse the literature is going to be for me to read. So the one we're starting with was what I thought to be the mildest one. So it only goes downhill from here. It's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. No, no. I guess I have no choice but to return to the cathedral. Ah. And we continue. Woo. What if I just... Okay, so when I'm on this little platform, I can't escape them. I've... Okay. This guy is gonna try. They're gonna try. But... They're gonna try to beat me. They're gonna try to fight me. But I think I'm stronger than some disembodied sword. Chants of Sendar, I have no idea what that is. I'm assuming it's a video game. But, Ah! Ah! Or like a set of tarot cards. Okay, I've already been here. I did what that man... Okay, so the bloody sword guys are the ones that oh shit. This is okay. This is okay. I can deal with them here. I can deal with them all here. When there isn't other shit happening. Yeah, I can handle this. Yeah, I got this. I got this. Okay. Maybe I don't have this, but I'm... Shoot. Item. Use. The heck is this? No. No, we are not dying again. I'm not singing. I'm not ready to sing a song I wrote in middle school. Not right now. No, we're just gonna just gonna save. One bloody sword out of the way. I'm just gonna stop and fight every bloody sword as soon as they appear, so I don't have to deal with them later, so they can't gang up on me. It's an upcoming puzzler game. Ooh, puzzle games are fun. Is it an Xbox exclusive or for other consoles as well? Okay, this dude is really just gatekeeping up there. Look at that. Disgusting. Typical male behavior. Just guarding entry point. Oh. I can fight you. I can fight you. You think you're so strong with your little blade? I have a whip. Oh shoot. That's what I thought, you disembodied sword. Disembodied and about to become unemployed. Because I'm about to put you out of commission. You scared? You should be. Talk a lot of game for someone without a head. That's what I thought. No. Stop. Cease and just... Damn it! I recommend checking out the demo if it's on your PlayStation. Alright, so, it's an upcoming puzzle game placed on the Tower of Babel. You have to figure out languages. That's actually really cool. Okay, so Chance of Sendar. I'm gonna add that to my, let's see if I definitely have a, no, I moved my pads of paper. Let me write it in here. Of Sendar, and I'll look into that one. Because that's the kind of game I can actually play. Alright. Here we go, gang. You ready to hear me attempt to sing a song? Because I'm not ready to sing. But, this is the punishment I assigned for myself, thinking, yeah, this is going to be cool. This is going to be a great idea. Some good fun. Didn't realize I'd have to sing. Here we go. Enough. Sasuke glared at the two evilly, which was enough for Sugetsu to stop complaining. I also wrote a song. He began singing. His companions were impressed at the tone of his voice. It made his song sound like a lullaby, despite the words. I'm gonna get through this entire thing without laughing or cringing. So I have to like put up my cringe inhibitors. You know what? I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna own it. Yeah, that's right. I did write this in middle school. I was 13 years old and I thought I could be a pop icon. What of it? Okay. I'm not the Shit. Okay, so I gotta sing it slowly, like I'm Sasuke Uchiha. Embrace my inner manlet. I'm not the kind of guy who wants to save the day. I'm not interested in your hero play. He's crazy. It's what you all say, but I couldn't really give a care. So just get out of my hair. I'm gonna walk around the whole wide world and destroy everything in my path. Nothing. Nothing can stop me, 'cause killing is all that I have. This world's ugly alive, it'd be better if it all fried. So just get out of my way, or your life will end today. 'Cause I'm the Avenger, I wanna hurt you. I've got this giant world to chew. This planet's stupid, why don't we nuke it? I've let my vengeance take control. Hate's my only friend, I guess love was my toll. When I see bunnies in a field, I wanna slaughter them so they know how it feels to be all alone, left in the cold, like the world abandoned me. Terrorizing is my destiny. Oh god, here we go. 'Cause I'm the Avenger, I wanna hurt you. I've got this giant world to chew. This planet's stupid, why don't we nuke it? I've let my vengeance take control. Hate's my only friend, I guess love was my toll. I'm gonna go curl up and die. That... I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I think that hurt me more than it hurt you guys. Okay, but we still have more. We still have more. That was an orbital strike of cringe. Yeah, you bet it was. You bet. But there's more. I'm just gonna finish this one. Matterer walked into the room. Oh my god. There's more songs. There's more music. Oh god. Matterer walked into the room. That sounds good. Whoa, kid! Kasame appeared behind Matterer and turned to Duckbutt's founder. You and Itachi have the same horrible taste in music. I guess it runs in the family. Sasuke's face remained expressionless. Hey, Sasuke! Sugetsu looked at his leader, wiping the tears from his eyes. That was amazing! So, Matterer looked at his young star. When do you plan on recording this? I don't know, the emotionless teen admitted. Maybe after we come up with some other songs. I've got one. Sugetsu held up the paper he was holding. I was racing down the road in a thing called a car. It was so fast, I was going so far that I looked out the window to see two joggers right behind me. It was perfectly normal, they had on clothes, but then I noticed something about their toes. They were strange hooves instead of feet, and their fast pace couldn't be beat. I took a look at one's face. OMG, it was an odd face instead of a regular face. This guy had a goat face. I parked the car and I hid in a place, but then these goats stood by the car and pace. It was so weird, I was in fear until Sasuke came running out. He ate one goat without a pout. While his face was stuffed, he threw a giant fish, and that was puffed. It was safe, so I came out of my spot, and then I saw Sasuke asked me to smoke pot. Poetry. Sugetsu proudly looked around at the others in the room. Noticing their slightly disturbed faces, he smiled. I take it you liked the song. Sasuke didn't know what to say. Just the thought of smoking pot freaked him out. It was, great! Kasame and Sugetsu high-fived. That's what I'm talking about! I found it very, interesting, Matterer replied. Maybe we should let Sasuke stick to writing the songs. So they continued writing songs. Soon, very soon, the Duckbutts would have their first hit. And lucky for us, that is where this story ends. Thank all things holy that my little brain could not write more of this garbage. Thank you. What a great Labor Day. Oh God, what are you doing? Orange, also nice makeup. Orange is definitely your color. Thank you. Um, yeah, so that was the mildest of the things that I have subjugated myself to reading. So it can only go uphill from here. Let's continue. Back to the game. Hopefully there will be no more singing. Yeah! I did it. I took no. I think I'm getting stronger. Turn. Yeah. 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 Okay. 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 Ah! Definitely improving my gameplay, so there's that. No, 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 no. Okay, okay. I can do it. Okay, he's been defeated. No, I've already gone up here, so I don't want to go up here again. I want to go over. I can't believe they made new type funnels from Gundam Mini Boss in this game. What? Oh. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Okay, that's not helpful, but okay. Yes? Okay. Have fun. I don't know. She said a lot of things and then she abandoned us. No thank you. I will hold down the fort. Sounds good. The things that were spinning around and hitting you earlier, oh, those were swords. Disembodied swords. Okay, so, shit. am I? Okay, no, no. Stop, stop, stop. No, I can't let it end here. Shit. Stop attacking me. Okay, does the game actually want me to ram myself into these guys? Like, what am I supposed to do? I guess it does. I guess that's what it expects me to do. Okay, you know what, you ghouls? Okay. Okay. Well then. You guys ready to suffer with me? Just a wee bit more? Okay, so we finished Duck Butt's Greatest Hits, which had 2 chapters. Now we have another one. This is another Naruto fanfic. This one is shorter, so I'm gonna just read this entire thing. And it's titled Datara, The Wish That Went Wrong by Mistress Seth. Toby and Hedon make a wish, and it goes horribly wrong. Datara has a complete personality makeover that changes him forever. This was posted on August 29th, 2010, which coincidentally was like one day after the previous one was posted. So, yeah. Guess what? I finally wrote another fanfiction. This is just the beginning of my strange story. Please tell me if there is anything that needs to be improved and what you predict will happen. Lucky for us, this only has 1 chapter. So, I think that's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet that, yeah. Chapter 1. Thank God, the only chapter, The Wish. It had been a long day and Datara was exhausted. For those unfamiliar, let me just pull up our cast. So we have like this guy, because of course, this was my favorite for a while. This was my favorite Naruto character. Woohoo, look at him. What a guy. What a lad. There he is. There he is. Just so for those unfamiliar with Naruto can visualize who we're talking about. It's the blonde, androgynous guy from Naruto who likes blowing crap up. That's his entire gimmick. He's a terrorist. Because I had impeccably good taste in favorite anime characters. Anyway, chapter 1, The Wish. It had been a long day and Datara was exhausted. All he wanted to do was drift off into the worlds of dreams and fantasy. Yet he just lay in his bed, wide awake. It's not like he couldn't go to sleep. No, quite the opposite, in fact. The thing was, every few minutes he would just wake back up. It was the noise. That was what separated Datara from his peaceful sleep. The loud banging and the occasional cheer could be heard from the room next door. This continuous racket had gone on for the last 2 hours, and Datara had had enough. He got up from the comfort of his bed and stormed down the hall towards the noise. Datara knocked on the door covered in horrible crayon drawings, trying to keep calm. When nobody answered, he kicked through the door, causing pain to his bare foot. Datara just ignored it. Did you call me? Yes? Yeah? Oh boy, oh boy. No. That I'm down for. Well, I don't want to go to a lot. I'm back. Blonde and androgynous terrorists really hitting different. Okay, so yeah, I just got out of going on a hike. My sister, who had abandoned me for the third day in a row, decided to make herself present. So she's back, and she's like, "Hey, do you want to go for a hike?" And I said, "No." So now I'm back. I might be ending this stream a little bit earlier than anticipated in a couple hours once she gets back from hiking with my mother. Who knows? I digress. Back to hell. Let's go. He got up from the comfort of. Oh, yeah. He kicked through the door, causing pain to his bare foot, and ignored it. Inside the room were two young men. One was wearing all black and a strange orange mask. The other was tall, shirtless, and though he had gray hair, he looked rather young. Both were singing at the top of their lungs and doing some crazy dance. "What's going on here?" Datara bellowed, causing the masked man to jump. "Can't you tell people are trying to sleep?" Toby, for that was the darkly dressed dude's name, stopped dancing. He burst into fits of laughter. "Your hair looks funny," he choked and pointed at Datara's long blonde, usually straight hair that was now huge and poofy. "Shut up," yelled Datara, blushing. "Can't you tell people are trying to sleep?" But, Toby squeaked, "we were doing the pants are on fire and I can't put it out dance." "It's only 6:30, damn it," the young, shirtless man spoke for the first time. "Does it look like I care, Hedon?" Datara pointed to his face, which looked like it could kill at just about any second. "Just shut the hell up, or I'll kill you." This is incredible dialogue. Definitely. HBO, hire me. This is what you would get. This is the next season of Euphoria right here. "Please let us dance, senpai." Toby began dancing again, just to show Datara just how much he had heeded his warning. "Ugh!" The blonde let out a cry of anger and marched out of the room. He could be heard yelling down the hall, "I'm bunking with Kasame. And when I wake up all grumpy due to lack of sleep, you two are going to get it. You're lucky that I don't have my detonating clay with me. If I did, this would be the end of both of you. Wow," Hedon said as he started dancing. The two men began singing, because of course they began singing. That's just how these things go. Sometimes you gotta sing. "I've got fire in my pants, and all I can do is dance, 'cause I don't want to die. If I don't dance, I will fry. Oh yeah." Poetry. That verse, I actually sent that verse to Nicki Minaj, and it was a little too provocative, and that's why it wasn't in Wet Ass Pussy. It was supposed to be in it, but it was just a little too spicy. And Cardi B and I think Megan Thee Trainor couldn't keep up with it. So Nicki had to kindly tell me, "I'm sorry, Evilicious. This is too much for me." They continued this awkward dance for another hour or so, until both of them were exhausted. "That was fun," Toby cheered as he poured water into the eye hole of his mask. I will say that's a pretty good visual. Just I will give my former self credit for that line. That was definitely a visual that I like. "I just wish we hadn't disturbed Senpai." "Yeah," Hedon agreed. "Why is that bastard always so angry anyway?" "I don't know," answered Toby, water dripping down his runt. "I just wish he didn't try to kill me all the time and he would dance with us." The stars were shining brightly outside the Akatsuki headquarters that night. A small dot moved quickly in the sky. Not that anyone noticed, of course. Datara woke up the next morning feeling extremely refreshed, even though he had slept on the floor. He stood up and walked to the kitchen, where the rest of the Akatsuki were eating breakfast. "What's happening?" Datara said in a flat, cool tone that sounded almost unnatural for him. Toby said, staring at his partner. "Aren't you gonna fix your hair?" "Hell no," Datara replied. "This do is so badass." "Hey, Datara," Hedon began. Didn't you say you would bomb us to death this morning? I was getting excited. The only good bomb is no bomb, said the terrorist. At this, Zetsu dropped the small dead child he was eating. Hedon was wide-eyed and looking more stupid than he normally did. Itachi, who normally was emotionless, gasped. Does anyone else think Senpai is acting a little weird? Toby asked, and thankfully, that's where this one ends. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed my literature. Shakespearean levels of dialogue. Pottery. Yeah, so, God. There is one, unfortunately, I hope we're not going to get to it, but there are two more before, the one that I was really dreading. See, I thought that, I had somehow, like, put enough, I kind of have a queue of fan fiction from my middle school youth, and the more we read, the closer we're getting to the spicy stuff, written by myself and a friend, two virgins who did not understand how sex worked, let alone butt sex, which is what we were trying to explain in our fan fiction. Yeah, okay, so what would for those who were a little curious about where that other fanfic was going, because I know it had such a funky, fresh ending, you probably were really like on the edge of your seat wondering where could this possibly go. The terrorist becomes a hippie. That's the joke. That's where my 13-year-old brain was going with it. He becomes a hippie and they have to turn him back into a terrorist, and it's just really a really powerful, really makes you think about society. Okay, so I'm just gonna... Bud Segs is notoriously difficult to write. Well, I have a fun story for you guys. Will this skip my channel on YouTube to block my content again? Probably, but I'm gonna tell it anyway, because that's the kind of terrible person I am. So basically, that fanfic, the more risque one, was written when I was roughly 13 years old. The friend I was writing it with was about 16, or I'm sorry, was about 15 years old. So there's a 2-year age gap between me and the friend I was writing it with, right? And neither of us knew how any of this worked. But my friend was a little braver than me, whereas I was a coward and refused to Google things. My friend was like, you know what? I gotta research things head on. And that's what this friend did. This friend did all the research for the sex scenes of our terrible literature. Whereas me, a coward, only took what this friend, who was 15 and also homeschooled and highly Christian, told me. And so, because of our writing in this, our writing and the lack of sex education in the Deep South, I, a cis female who identifies as such, was under the impression that I had a prostate. That particular fanfic ruined my perception of both my own anatomy and the anatomy of most humans on the planet. So when I say that it's fanfiction written by two virgins who don't know what they're talking about, that's legitimately like exactly what I mean. But the other fan fiction that I have before the really spicy stuff were not middle school. They were early high school, which I think is equally as bad. Oh yay, I got the Mars card. I don't know what that's gonna do, but yay, I got a card. I still don't know how to switch my cards. Yes, this is indeed Castlevania. So that's how yeah, I know, that's how the prostate thing started. We were also both under the impression that average size was like a foot. And that, I think, probably comes up in some of this literature. I was not aware that how skewed my perception of reality was until I was like 16 or 17. And my friends' moms took me into the garage and had the talk with me after discovering how warped my perception of the world was during a game of Cards Against Humanity, in which I said some things that were so clearly false that they felt the need to educate me. And boy, am I glad they did. This is just a normal Castlevania stream. Nothing weird going on here. What the hell is happening? Okay, so every time I get a game over in this game, my punishment for this stream is that I have to read 500 words of fanfiction I wrote in middle school or early high school. That is my punishment. And, yeah. I don't think anything more needs to be said. The average size is 2 feet. Just FYI, thank you for letting me know. As a non-dick wielder like myself, I would have never have known this had you not informed me. The average size is 6 foot. So we haven't had to read aloud any of the real spicy stuff, but it's only a matter of time. The spiciest one is the last one in my my punishment queue, which I thought would last a lot longer because I was like, you know what, I'm not that bad at this game. How often could I die? Well, it seems a lot more often than I thought. So if worse comes to worse, we will start going into high school era, which is not as bad in terms of writing, but as bad in terms of not knowing what I'm writing about. So, I hope it doesn't get that far. Alright, let's see if I can save before I die. I don't know how to set up the DSS. Like, how do I set it up? I finished the clock tower area of this game yesterday, and I think that gave me a false sense of confidence. Thinking, yeah, I did the clock tower. That's always the hardest part in Castlevania games. Hello, newcomer. Welcome to hell. I might say things that I probably shouldn't. Also, the next fanfic that I read is gonna be when I hopefully don't get to it, but if I do, it was written in early high school, and I do want to preface it by saying I don't think there will be any slurs, but if there are, I apologize. I did not know certain things were slurs at the time. And it's not going to be like any racial slurs. I know about the racial slurs. I mean, everyone knows that the N-word is a bad word to say. But it might have, like, anti-gay slurs, because I genuinely did not know that those were slurs, especially when I was in, like, 2012 internet era, where, like, you would go on a forum, and the new people were called, like, new facts. I didn't know that that was not something that you can just go around and say IRL. So, there might be some anti-gay slurs. And they'll probably be used incorrectly, because I didn't know that's what they were. And if so, I apologize in advance. I know now, I've educated myself. This stream is not meant to insult anybody except for myself and what I thought was good literature at the time. High school slur era. Oh boy, this fanfic about to sound like a COD lobby. Okay. Here we go. Maybe it's because I had to fight them with a hard-on, but they were actually difficult enemies. What are you talking... To be honest, the hardest part of this is the outside with the were-leopards. Oh no, there's more furries? Okay. Okay, from what... This is, I think, the 4th Castlevania game I'm playing, and it has the most furries. What is up with the furries in this game? Why are there so many furries in this specific Castlevania? Anywho, time to punish myself. Okay. So this fanfic, we're not going to read any more Naruto ones because I can't bring myself to read any more Naruto ones right now. We're going to be reading A Doctor's Desire, which is a fanfic based on a forum that no longer exists. Actually, you know what? Let's see if it exists. Let's see if anime is still a thing. Ahaha! No longer remembers me. Good. Okay. Oh, it still exists. Haha! Okay. I guess the anime forum is still a thing. Wow, this is like... And people are... No, nobody's commented on it recently. A shame. But yeah, this is a fanfic about this forum on funnyjunk.com circa 2012. So this, I was about, what, 15 when this was written? So, I don't think it's nearly as spicy as the other ones, and it shouldn't make me cringe as hard. Except for the fact that it is fanfiction based on a bunch of regulars on a forum. So, and before we start, I do have to let you guys know what a prinny is. A prinny is the little mascot character from Disgaea. It is a grunt enemy, basically like the Goombas in Mario. And essentially what this little guy does is he says dude after every sentence, and if you throw him, he will blow up. That is what prinnies do, okay? And back in 2012, there was a person that frequented the anime forum on funnyjunk.com, who was a pretty poster. So he was a theme account who would respond to everything with a picture of a prinny, and he'd end all of his posts with dude. That is the context you need. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everyone. Okay, so to start off with, this is an anime fanfic. If you are unfamiliar with anime, or I'm sorry, slash anime slash and its members, I'd suggest turning back now. A Doctor's Desire. Plap. You know it's gonna be good when it starts out with the plap sound effect. The sound of the doctor's rubber glove stretching over fingers was surprisingly loud. It sent shivers down Leo. Oh god, I'm not even gonna get into Leo. It sent shivers down Leo's spine as he lay pantless on the metal examinations table, backside fully exposed, making him feel more vulnerable than ever before. He just hoped this whole process would end as quickly as possible. Dr. Kotar took the two strides towards his apprehensive patient, a peculiar aura radiating around his entire being. He wore the face of a lustful man, surrounding his prey, a truly unacceptable expression for someone in his profession. Kotar had neglected his morals the moment Leo's pitiful anus was visible. This will be highly ... enjoyable. Kotar licked his lips in anticipation. After a minuscule moment of sizing up his snack, the doctor decided to proceed with his highly intolerable activities. This will hurt, Kotar promised, smiling at the thought. He positioned his hands on Leo's pale, plump buttocks. Should I really be reading this? I'm gonna just stop. I didn't realize this was as vulgar as it is. Is this a prostate exam thing? This is exactly what prostate is. One of my earrings somehow fell out. That's how much I was cringing. Okay. I'm gonna skip the graphic content. I'm not gonna read it. Oh god. Oh my effing god. Leo screamed, fully embracing the plane with profanity. What the heck is this? Wow. He's so, uptight, Kotar inwardly mused as he searched for organs and ignoring his patient's now incoherent screams. Leo's skin was constricting. No, please, please, too physically drained to continue yelling. Leo's bellows turned into barely audible cries. It hurts. Finally, Kotar sighed as he heard the new moans of pleasure. Oh, how he loved his job. Oh god, I didn't realize this one was as graphic as it is. I do not vibe with this universe anymore. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna call it a day and not read any more of that. Back to Castlevania. Thank you for ceasing. I genuinely did not remember that it was as bad as it was. I just remembered that it was fanfiction about a forum and that it ends with a lot of people dying because a printy gets blown up. As a mercy to everyone, every game over should just be 100 words. I feel like I'm making you guys suffer just as much as I am. But you know what? At the very least, I didn't have to sing this time. So if that makes you guys feel better. Oh, I guess you weren't here earlier when I had to sing. Because of course, middle school evilicious wrote songs about her favorite anime characters, and so there were actual songs in my fanfiction that I had to sing aloud. They sucked. You know what? As a palate cleanser, before we get into the fanfic from middle school, if I die enough, which I'm trying not to, I will read one of the Kira ones from like 2016 that isn't terrible. I never made fanfiction, I was a normal person. Good for you. You don't have things on the internet that people can use to blackmail you with. But I'm smart. You see, you can't blackmail me with my fanfiction if I blackmail myself with my own fanfiction first. We're all in a mood right now about writing what after enduring whatever that was. Oh, evil. Remember that one slavery fic with Zenmus and Syx? Okay. I'm not gonna read other people's fanfiction because I don't want to shame anyone else here. And I don't know the age of the people. I'm assuming that it was like the person that wrote that was a child, so I'm not gonna read that right now. Like, the only child I'm bullying in my stream is me. I mean, my name might be evilicious, but I'm not that evil. I wouldn't bully like actual children. I had a Kira era. Like, my YouTube channel, for those unfamiliar, started as a Kira shitpost channel. So all of my videos were Kira shitposts. There are literal hours worth of Kira content on my channel if you ever feel the need to dig through the Kira era. I'm 90% sure what the game wants me to do is to bounce off of these guys. No! Okay, so I think... Ah! I'm in hell. I'm actually in hell right now. This is awful. Oh, I have to move in the direction of the jump? Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind for my next attempt. Until then, more fan fiction. Shush, I'm not notoriously bad, just kind of bad. Okay. So, okay. We're not gonna, I guess. I don't have the oh shit, the mental fortitude to read this one right now. Like, this is gonna definitely take some, willpower. Uh, volume's at 20%. Yeah, so, okay, chat. We have two options. One, I start reading more erotica from the middle school era. Or we take a short break from the erotica and I find something that was written late high school, early college era that's cringe but not in the same way. I'm gonna need my dog for emotional support. So do we want more cringe or less cringe right now? How about we just read safe for work stuff? That was I genuinely did not think we would I let me phrase it. I didn't think I was this bad at this game. I thought I would not die as much as I have. And so the only other middle school stuff is just hot garbage. Um so there I do have some stuff that was written more recently that is going to be cringe because it involves me singing. So it's cringe in a different aspect. Um, so how much do you guys want to cringe? Do you want a palate cleanser that involves more singing, less terrible depictions of sexual activities? Drink pickle juice? No, no. This is the punishment that I've decided on, and I'm not changing now. It's too late. I already made the little infographic for my stream. I can't change it now. Granted, the ones that aren't spicy are probably gonna make me cringe more than you guys. So Okay, so less cringe, please, palette cleanser. Okay. We have a couple options. I will find a safe for work one. So this is what we're up with. These are some of our options. Yes, definitely some good literature. That's actually just an average glass? No, no, I'm very large. My cup is ginormous. Okay, so we are not going to read any of these spicier ones because I'm in hell. Instead, we are going to read a fic that was originally posted in 2017, which is later than I thought it was actually. And this is a parody of Diamond is Unbreakable that I never actually finished. Wow, wacky how that tends to happen. And the whole gimmick is that it was what would happen if Diamond is Unbreakable got aired on Disney Channel and was a kid-friendly show. So, Diamond is Unbreakable, The Bizarre Adventures of JoJo and Friends, Season Finale, Super Duper 3-part special. Summary: in an alternate universe where stands are called helpers, copyrights are avoided, and Diamond is Unbreakable aired on Disney Channel, a group of do-gooders called the Shining Diamonds use their special powers and mystical golden arrow to find problems, create solutions, and turn every neighbor into a new friend. Every neighbor, that is, except Mr. Kira, who, after 30 episodes of being the nameless, reoccurring comic relief background character getting wrecked as a direct result of everything the Shining Diamonds do, has had quite enough of those noisy brats ruining his quiet life with their schemes. Notes: I went back and really dumbed down the phrasing and vocabulary to make this fanfic friendly to all age groups. If there's any bad words or big words you and your 5-year-old can't understand, please tell me so I can fix them. This is for you, Scissors. I don't even remember who Scissors is, but this is for Scissors. Oh god, I also came up with safe for work character designs. So, because this one's longer, let me see how many words this is. Yeah, this is 4,817 words. I will stop at, I'll just stop like halfway through the first chapter because I think the first chapter is the shorter one and the second one's the long one. So we'll stop at like any natural stopping point. Capiche? Yay. Reminder that Kira did nothing wrong ever in his life. Exactly, thank you. I'm glad you get it. Chapter 1, Part 1, Icing on the Cake. In the middle of nowhere is Duwang City, a small town with a lot of big problems. But when someone's in trouble, you can bet that Joshua Higgins, Josuke in the Japanese version, Oscar Nunez, Kenny Heroes, and the Shining Diamonds will save the day with a little assistance from their helpers. With the golden arrow to guide them, they're always on the move to help those in need. While the Shining Diamonds are out making a name for themselves, Mr. Kira is in his kitchen baking a cake. It's 2 layers and shaped like a cat, and Mr. Kira is determined to make it perfect. His co-workers at the office completely forgot about his birthday again this year. So he and his helper, Mean Queen, decided to celebrate without them. They went to the market and got the freshest ingredients and came home and baked up a delicious cake, or a delicious angel cake filled with homemade strawberry filling. Mmm. Right now, Mean Queen is in charge of cutting strawberries, while Kira decorates the cake. Originally, Mean Queen was drawn as a pink humanoid cat wearing nothing but sandals, gauntlets, and a loincloth/belt hybrid, all decorated with a kitty skull emblem. However, showing an androgynous cat person shirtless and exposing potentially female nipples was too big of a risk, and Disney didn't want to deal with the backlash from white mothers on Twitter. So the design was changed to include a black sleeveless crop top with Queen written on it, under a more conservative leather jacket, a black and purple harlequin patterned pleated skirt under the loincloth belt, and the skull icon was easily turned into an angry yellow cat emoji. And this is Killer Queen's updated design to make them more safe for work for the kidderoonies, as you do. Give me a second to swig some water. To continue, the man looks up from the giant 33 he's drawing in purple icing and frowns at the radio. He turned it on about an hour ago to hum along with some music while he worked, but now his favorite station was nothing but news. Please change the channel, Mean Queen. Click. I can't believe it. Oscar's managed to clean up that entire oil spill. Wow, that helping hand is really something. Click. Head of the police force, and how do you feel about a bunch of kids doing your job for you? As long as they aren't putting themselves in danger, I don't see anything wrong with kids spending their free time helping others. It doesn't matter who does the right thing as long as it gets done. Click. Oh, I should just refuse an award from the city. I don't deserve this. Anyone would have done the same if they had a helper like Fixer Upper. Click. All right, Vera, my stud for this week's Man Crush Monday is the gorgeous Shining Diamond Queen Kuja. He is so hot. Click. Kenny. Click. Ding diamonds are at it. Click. Fixer Upper. Click, click, click. That's it. Mr. Kira slams down the tube of icing in frustration. It squirts all over the ceiling, but he does not care. He marches over to the radio and clicks the off button. It's stuck, so Mr. Kira smashes his finger into it 3 more times. A radio host keeps talking about those blasted shining diamonds, and Mr. Kira loses his cool and throws the radio out the window. Mean Queen helpfully blows it up, turns it into a firework in an attempt to cheer up his upset user. After the radio stops sparkling, the kitchen is silent. Normally, Mr. Kira is perfectly content with silence. But now his good mood is entirely ruined, and it's all because of those gosh darned do-gooders. Day in and day out, those troublesome teens found new and innovative ways to ruin his quiet life. Always. At first, it was little things that he could deal with, like mixing up sandwich bags at the park. Sure, the sandwich he'd been left with was covered in mayonnaise, and sure, Mr. Kira hated mayo and refused to even consider eating something covered in that devil's milk, and went back to work hungry, and naturally, he'd been a little embarrassed when his stomach growled angrily for everyone on the floor to hear. But he could get over that. Compared to the world's problems, one ruined sandwich isn't a big deal. If that was all that had happened, he wouldn't even be complaining. But another time, Kenny and Ricky ran across the street without looking both ways and forced him to swerve off the road and crash his car into a tree that was on his bitter ex-girlfriend's property. And he spent the rest of his Saturday dealing with Amy, who would hold a grudge from the grave and beyond the grave Sugamito, yelling and sticking her guard dog on him as revenge for a prank he pulled 15 years ago while he waited for someone to tow his car. That was pushing it. Well, pulling it, but you get what I meant. And there was also the time when Mr. Kira went to the tailor to get a button replaced, and Joe Quinn? I think it's Joe Quinn. And Joe Quinn punched him in the face and broke his watch in his hurry to get to a crime scene and defuse a bomb on the other side of town. Mr. Kira's left pinky finger was still bent out of shape, and the Shining Diamonds babysitter hadn't apologized. Give me a sec. I have a brain hemorrhage. Well, this is like the localization thing where they whiteified all their they whiteified all of their Japanese names because that's what you do. I feel like we surpassed 500 words a little while ago, but we don't know how to stop. I'm gonna get to a stopping point. The most recent incident occurred last Friday, when the neighborhood LARPer Harley began playing a make-believe game where an evil supervillain was controlling his father, and he decided Mr. Kira was that villain. Having one sixth grader following him around with a camera hadn't been enough. Naturally, Joshua and his little friends noticed Harley's peculiar behavior and started keeping tabs on Mr. Kira as well. Mr. Kira is pretty sure the Shining Diamonds have already camped outside of his house for the night, and gosh garly, just thinking about those stupid kids makes him very, very angry. I hate those shining diamonds! Mr. Kira bangs his fist on the table angrily. The impact causes the table to wobble, and the vase of fresh daisies in the middle falls over and pushes his beautiful birthday cake onto the floor. It lands with a splat. Mean Queen sheds a tear. Mr. Kira is too mad to deal with the mess, so he storms out of the kitchen. He marches to his bedroom with Mean Queen quietly trailing behind him. Once he's in his bedroom, he walks into his closet. Mr. Kira closes the door, takes a deep breath, and turns on the lights. And that's where we'll stop for now. I digress. Back to Castlevania. Why do you have tiny glass into bigger glass? Look, I don't have to explain shit. This is how I roll, okay? Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled Castlevania playthrough. Back to the good part of the street. Yay. You're saying you don't like... Okay, well, at the very least, this one is, like, ironically poorly written. So, that fanfic's ironically written badly. Like, it's part of the joke. And we haven't even gotten to the cringier part. Wait a minute. I'm not suffering. Not that much. Evil is the best writer Disney's ever had. Thank you. Once this writer's strike is over, I hope they pay me for my effort. Sweet Life, but set in 1763? I'm sorry, what? No. Okay, so apparently if I change my direction, I can long jump. Oh, shoot. Okay, I guess I can go that far. No, I can't. I can't go that far. Damn it. Yeah, I have to hit the guy to go that far. Shoot, 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 shoot. Damn it! Well, back to hell. Mr. Kira is too mad to deal with the mess, so he storms out of the kitchen. He marches to his bedroom with Mean Queen quietly trailing behind him. Once he's in his bedroom, he walks into his closet. Mr. Kira closes the door, takes a deep breath, and turns on the lights. Every inch of the closet is covered in posters and clipped advertisements featuring hands. Mr. Kira is a hand enthusiast. He loves the way a simple picture of a hand can tell an entire story in a way that portraits can't. He knows the names of almost every hand model in the industry and can recognize their hands on the spot. All the hands on the wall have a sticky note above or under them listing Mr. Kira's critiques or observations. The lighting could have been better. The ring is too big and distracts from her gorgeous fingers. Why would they ruin such a beautiful pair of hands with barbecue sauce? There is one picture that is significantly larger than the others, and it is the only picture in the closet without a green sticky note. That's the one Mr. Kira came to see. The other hands please him, but this one speaks to him on a personal level. Mr. Kira looks at the picture with the same eyes Daddy gives Mommy before they make you go to bed early, even though you were good all day. Every time he sees that blown-up picture of her, the beautiful hand in the simple blue bracelet, it's like he's seeing it for the first time all over again. His heart stops in his chest, and suddenly, his problems are gone. Ever since he was a child, Mr. Kira dreamed of being a hand model, and now that he is an adult, he plans on quitting his day job to live his dreams and see the goddess in the blue bracelet in person. Just being able to meet a woman with hands as amazing as hers in person would make him very happy. Mr. Kira likes being happy. But his plans are still plans because every time he goes to the park to take posed pictures of his hands, the shining diamonds show up and make a big mess. When they don't break his camera, his pictures turn out blurry, out of focus, or being close-ups of his screaming face. When the pictures turn out perfect, they somehow get destroyed on his way to the post office. If he gets to the post office, something else always happens, and it's always Joshua's fault. Mr. Kira is getting emotional. Since this is one of those hip new wave cartoons with the singing, the lights dim and Mr. Kira breaks into song with Mean Queen breakdancing behind him. His song is sassy and upbeat to emphasize that, while he is very sad about his quiet life being ruined, he is mostly just angry and determined to never let the crazy diamonds get the best of him ever again. You guys ready for more singing? And why did she say something about the look Mom gives Dad before they send you to bed early? Disney does not approve of that? Excuse you. Have you not heard of Disney's history of innuendos? Believe me, Disney approves of it. If it goes over the kids' heads, Disney is fine. Anywho, it's time for me to sing. I hope you guys turned off your cringe inhibitors because this is going to get spicy. Let me get in my optimal singing position. Okay. Give me a second to brace myself. This. Okay, it's time. No, I don't want any trouble. Shit. The worst part is, like, all of these stupid songs and these stupid fanfictions I wrote actually have tunes, and some of them I remember. So, this one, I promise, isn't gonna be as bad as The Avenger. But it's still up there in terms of cringe, so, let's go. Now I don't want any trouble, no, I'll just be on my way. I'm not a problem or a solver, so please don't mind me. I only want to quietly live my life, free of stress, turmoil, and strife. Got nothing new to offer, oh no, got nothing worth noticing, not a thing. But those blasted brats, bullied me. So light it up, me and Queen. Clicking sound followed by explosion noise that leads into a faster beat. I'm just a normal guy, nothing to see. Oh, just a normal guy, bland and boring. I'm just your typical, average, regular, normal guy right off the streets. Oh, or I was. Until it happened to me. Oh, no, what had happened to me? Shit. Okay. I'm bracing myself. This is gonna hurt. Remember, it hurts me more than it hurts you. So if that makes you feel any better, just know that I'm suffering too right now, okay? Alright, Until it happened to me, oh no, what had happened to me? Yeah, I was sitting in my room just trimming my nails, quiet and alone as I always am, thinking to myself that I couldn't fail to find the perfect woman with the perfect hands. Flash forward 3 hours, I'm eating my lunch, sitting on a hill, enjoying the view. There's nothing like a picnic with a hand to my... Oh my god, I put the line hand witch in there. Flash forward 3 hours, I'm eating my lunch, sitting on a hill, enjoying the view. There's nothing like a picnic with a handwich to munch. I love this beautiful Duang Chew. My life was great, oh my life was fine. The nights were silent and the days were kind. I thought I could live a life. I thought I could live a happy life, but then. Okay. The audience never gets to find out what happens next in Mr. Kira's tale, because a record scratch noise cues a sliding transition to his kitchen, where his cake is now back on the table and not a splatty mess. Mr. Kira blinks a couple times and looks around. Surprise! Joshua, Oscar, Kenny, Harley, Ricky, Joe Quinn, and Amy jump out from behind the curtains and throw rainbow confetti on Mr. Kira. Happy birthday, Mr. Kira, Joshua says with a smile. Mr. Kira is covered in paper and glitter and wants to cry. The birthday man wishes he could tell the trespassing children to get out of his house, but he likes to be a nice person and kicking out people throwing him a surprise party isn't a very nice thing to do. He planned to have a quiet party all alone and finally get some good pictures of his hand to mail to the hand modeling agency so he could meet his goddess, but once again, the shining diamonds came and ruined everything. Since he can't ask them to leave, Mr. Kira asks instead, "How did you guys know it was my birthday?" "The golden arrow always tells us when a friend's in need," Oscar says and holds out the golden arrow. Mr. Kira fights the urge to break it in half. He loses. May I see it? He asks. Sure. Oscar hands it over and something amazing happens. The arrow leaps from his fingers and dissolves into glitter, and suddenly, Mr. Kira is alone against a sparkly purple background, and against his will, he transforms. His blonde hair turns bright green with black highlights. His perfectly manicured nails grow 3 inches longer. He can feel Mean Queen growing stronger and releases his helper. Mean Queen's skirt has been replaced by leather pants and black combat boots. Mr. Kira and Mean Queen are more powerful than ever before. There we go. Beautiful. You have such amazing skills, and yet you use them for pure evil. Why do you think my username is evilicious? That's literally what I do. Thank you. Alright, so back to this hot garbage. Mr. Kira, are you okay? Joshua rushes over to the man who had collapsed after his transformation sequence. Fixer Upper stands behind him, ready to fix anything that was broken. Yes, Mr. Kira refuses Joshua's offered hand and stands up. He's smiling evilly. I'm better than I have ever been. Mean Queen appears behind him. The shining diamonds gasp. Now get ready to bite my dust! Time begins to move backwards, and Mr. Kira goes back to when it all began, back to that picnic when he first met the shining diamonds. He's going back to the beginning, and this time around, the diamonds won't be the ones surprising him. No, he'll be the ones surprising them. And, okay, look, to be fair, Killer Queen was already a leather daddy, so you cannot complain. Killer Queen is literally walking around in bondage. Do not tell me that I sexified this humanoid cat, because I didn't. Anywho, that was the end of the first chapter of that cesspool. I'm gonna try it because I know there's more singing in it, and I don't really, my throat can't handle more singing. I don't think my my body can handle singing anymore. You know, I have a funny story for you guys. That's not really that funny. It's kind of sad. But back in my my Kira era, I was like, you know, it'd be funny. I'm gonna cosplay Kira for the meme. Make some funny little skits, and I'm gonna just have a good old time. And so, in trying to cosplay Kira, I was like, I have to find a like a fake hand. It's the only way, because you gotta have a fake hand if you're gonna cosplay Kira, right? And so I was looking around for fake hands, and my problem is I have itty bitty baby hands, right? And so I had to find a hand that was smaller than my hand because it wouldn't be an accurate cosplay if the hand was larger than mine. The problem with that is a lot of the hands that they use, I had to go into like actual research in this because it got to a point where I was so fed up that I went to Halloween stores like, hey, do you have any fake hands? And all of the hands are either bigger than mine, like women's hands that are slightly bigger than mine, or like itty bitty baby hands that are like that big that I couldn't use for because that's a completely different hand fetish, if you know what I mean. So, like, I walked into multiple Halloween stores, like, hey, do you happen to have a fake hand that's smaller than mine, but larger than an infant's hand? And it got to the point where one of the Halloween store people was like, yo, maybe you should check out one of the, because I don't know if any of you have ever worked at a Halloween store. I have after this incident, and so now I get it. At the time, I didn't. But a lot of people go into Halloween stores looking for like kink stuff that they're just too afraid to go into like an actual like sex store. So they'll go to a Halloween store for all of this like role play shit, not knowing that sex stores exist. And so this gentleman, thinking I was one of the kinksters, was like, hey, maybe you could go to online to one of those websites, and he gave me, I don't remember which website it was, but he said there's probably like sex toy hands. And so I looked into it, right? For the sake of this stupid cosplay, because I have itty bitty little baby hands, I was looking into it, and I was looking for hands, and what I learned is that most of the hands that they have sex toys of are hands of like actual models, like adult content creators. Shit, no! Damn it! Okay, I'm gonna get further in this before I start talking about what the internet has taught me. I'll tell you about my Halloween store work experience later, but it was definitely shit. I learned a little bit more about humanity than I probably wanted to know. Shoot. Okay, how do I get over there? So I'm... Shoot. Okay, how do I double jump enough to... Shit. Ah. Okay, I'm... Oh, shit. Okay, one sec. I'm back. Um, back to our gameplay. Okay, how do we get up there? Let's look at our menu with our little double jump. Okay, I'm starting to feel like I'm not supposed to be here. Okay, no, we're gonna go back and try it one more time. So, do I need an item that I don't have currently, or? So I'm not sure where else I'm supposed to go. The other way just gives you gets an item. So there's like a magic potion thing or something up there, which isn't worth dying for at this point. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna just go back. Alright, I'm gonna call it a day for right now. Goodbye. Thank you for joining me. Um, bye-bye.